Hello everyone, welcome to Difedas Creations. On this YouTube channel, I'll teach you how to draft, cut, and sew. In it, we'll talk about everything related to sewing and fashion. Please like, comment, and ask questions. Most importantly, subscribe to my channel and click on the notification bell. That way, you get notified whenever I upload a new video. Today, I'll teach us how to draft an 8-piece skirt. What is an 8-piece skirt? This is a skirt that has 8 different pieces or panels. In this case, mine will have equal panels. The length, the width will be equal. The beauty about 8 pieces is that there is always a flare at the hemline area. It is usually very wide. It's always very wide at the hemline area. But the determinant of the width is the available fabric. Today, I'll use these measurements: waist, hips, knee length, and the skirt length to make a draft of an 8-piece skirt. You just need this knowledge of simple arithmetic, because we'll definitely need to do some calculations, but they are not much, so don't get scared. These are the tools you need: your brown paper or drafting pattern paper, your marker, your pencil, your eraser. Just simple tools are needed. Now, let's get started. I want to draw about half an inch to serve as my base line. This is the baseline. Now, the skirt length itself is 38. From this baseline down here is 38 inches. Can you see? This is 38 inches. I'll go ahead to mark that and rule it out. I'll label it the skirt length, the original skirt length. So, this is the waistline. Now, let's mark out the hip line. It is 8 inches, the hip depth. That is the waist to hip. We'll call it hip depth. Is 8 inches. Don't forget that it varies. It's not fixed. So this is the hip line. From here, I'll go on to mark the knee length. The knee length is 19. But there will be a slight modification here, because the knee length would no longer be useful to us. But I want to mark it out so that beginners can understand what I'm doing. I don't want it to seem as if I'm performing some sort of magic. No. Let them feel a sense of belonging too. This is the knee length. From the knee length area, I'll go up by 2 inches to give me a new knee length. New knee length, which I would go ahead to mark out too. This is the new knee length. Now we are going to ignore the original knee length and reckon with the new knee length. Now, to the business of the day, the most important part of our drafting. This paper is on fold. Please don't forget. Fold your paper into 2. My waist measurement here is 32 inches. Because I folded this paper into 2, I'll divide that waist measurement by 16 and not 8. Once again, my waist measurement, that is waist circumference, will be divided by 16. My hip circumference, which is 40, would be divided by 16 as well to give me 2.5. By the time I open this paper up, it will give me 5. 5 times 8 will give me what? 40. So that is just how simple it is. It's the easiest way to draft your 8-piece skirt. It's as simple as that. By the time I multiply 2 inches at the waist by 16, I'll get 32. So let's input those values. At the waistline, input your 2 inches. At the hip line, mark out your 2.5. Now at the newly length line, I would not use 2.5 inches. I will remove quarter from it. I don't want, I'm okay with the deduction of quarter of an inch here. You can go as far as removing half of an inch, but here I am comfortable with quarter of an inch. See? Don't mind my marker, don't misbehave. Now, I'll come to the skirt length area. I decided not to attach this paper to the table because it involves a lot of movement. So I'll move it as much as possible so that you can see what I'm doing clearly. At this region, the skirt length area, mark the 2.5 as well. That is what you marked on the hip. Now add 5 inches to it for width. Width is fullness. The skirt will be wide. 5 inches is very okay. There will be no tail, so I think 5 inches is okay. Don't forget that it all depends on your fabric. Depends on your fabric. By the time I'm through with the marking, I'll show you how to calculate the quantity of fabric you need. Just let's conclude the drafting first. Like I said, it's as simple as 1, 2, and 3. See? This is what it looks like. My beautiful 8-piece skirt. There's not much to blend here because I did not go in sharply. As you can see, they didn't go in sharply. If I had used half of an inch, it would have, but I'm comfortable with quarter of an inch here. You can use half of an inch. I am comfortable with quarter of an inch here. See? This is what it looks like. This is the skirt length area. Can you see the skirt length area? Now, I want to, at the skirt length area, go in by 3/4 of an inch. Or better still, you can add your 1 inch seam allowance. It's not compulsory for you to add 1 inch. That's just for beginners. You can add 3/4, you can add half an inch. For experts, half an inch, 3/4 is okay. But for beginners, it's better to be safe than to be sorry. I also want to advise beginners not to draft directly on fabric. If you know you are new at sewing, even if you can afford to buy fabric, don't buy. Wait till you get a good and firm grip of the drafting process before proceeding to measure directly on fabric. Now, mark the 1 inch seam allowance all through the skirt. See? I'm taking the pains to simplify the teaching. so that freshers can understand easily. Sewing is very easy. When you learn, just set your mind and be sure that you want to achieve. Be determined to achieve. Don't just think that something is too tough for you. But most importantly, practice. See, this is the seam allowance of 1 inch. Now, come back to the skirt length area. See, the space here is actually for hemming allowance, and I intend to use 1 inch hem allowance. But before that, in order to shape this skirt, I will go up by 3/4 of an inch. 3/4 of an inch, and from there, I'll connect to my, see, perfect. I've connected them together. I now move to mark that 1 inch provision for seam allowance. I hope my explanation is clear enough. Please comment and ask me questions if you still have issues, or if you think that you're not comfortable with my explanation. I will respond politely. This is all what it takes to draft an 8-piece skirt. Don't forget that I said there will be no tail in this skirt. They are all of equal proportion. The panels will be equal. Now, I've added the seam allowance. All you need to do is get your fabric, measure, fold your fabric using this measurement. In this case, it is 8 3/4. See? Use your fabric. Okay. See? Measure this out. You now multiply it by, oh, where is mine? Okay. Just multiply this. It's unfold, don't forget. Multiply this value from here to here by 16 as well. That will, whatever you get, divide by 36. That will give you the exact quantity of fabrics you need. Once again, come to the fullest part of the flare. You see, at the skirt, the hem allowance area. Mark out, measure what you have at the widest portion of the skirt length here. Then multiply it by 16. The reason for 16 is simply because it is on fold. If you multiply this by 16, go ahead to divide it by 36. You will know the quantity of fabric you need. So, before you go further or progress to cutting out the fabric, you'll be able to ascertain whether the fabric available would be enough for your 8 pieces skirt using this flare width allowance. If it is not going to be enough, just maybe you remove 1 inch from the 5 inches I provided for that flare width. Because by the time you calculate this, I'm sure I would use more than 3 yards of fabric for this. I'm sure of that. Now, I've cut it out. See? A beautiful 8 pieces skirt. This is what it looks like. See? See? Very nice. All you need is 8 of this. 8 pieces of this. Make your 8 pieces skirt. You need 8 of this. See? You need 8 of this. You attach together and you have your 8 pieces skirt. 4 for the front panel and 4 for the back panel. Don't forget I said that it's up to you to shape your new knee length. I deliberately used 1/4 of an inch. You can go in by as much as 1/2 of an inch. It's up to you. I hope you have gained 1 or 2 things from today's tutorial. Please don't forget to like, comment, ask questions, and most importantly, subscribe and hit the notification button so that you can get notified whenever another new video is uploaded. Once again, it's Difedas Creations. Bye!